So that's what we're hauling today. I'll shoot the video going all the way up from the scale house here just north of Golden, all the way up to the summit of Rogers Pass. So the drives here, the fifth wheel, we're at 16,000 kilogram. We can go 17. The bridge is at 22. We can go 24. And the pup is at 15 and we can go 17. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,000 below my maximum weight. So 5,000 kilogram below my maximum weight. Plug you guys in. Okay, get comfy. Seatbelt. Take another nap? Is that what you said?
I get it earlier.
Okay. For some reason my second.
Gotta go over the scale.
Can't use bypass, gotta go over the scale. Okay. Makes sense. Turn on my other camera so you guys can see my gauges. Engine brakes on at max. Put it in drive. Third gear. Maybe because he went over the scale, so I don't know why he would have gone over the scale with the dunnage. Well, I guess the dunnage is enough that you have to go over the scale. Let's climb Rogers. We're headed westbound on Highway 1, Rogers Pass. So third gear, starting third gear would be first direct in a manual transmission. We're in 13th gear now, that would be 6th gear direct. Kilometers. Construction speed zone. Nobody beside us, so let's get all the way over. Set cruise control while we can. Don't think we'll be using a lot of cruise control because we'll be climbing. But when you see the blower pop up every now and then, it's just talking about my blower speed in the back of the cab. For some reason it pops up every now and then when I have it all the way off. I just turned it on one notch, 100 kilometers. Hopefully it keeps it from popping up. I don't know why it does that. Snowmobile and a dirt bike. What are you planning? We don't know what the weather is going to be like, so let's bring both. We're in 18th gear now, which would be 8th gear over in a manual transmission, but we'll be shifting down here quickly. I wish they would stop spending so much money on resurfacing and just 4-lane the stuff. Make another lane and then resurface both. Four-way flashers on, we'll be hearing that click, 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 click for the next while. Another empty one. Be a cloudy day. Cloudy day. So we're in 12th gear right now, which would be fifth gear over in a manual transmission. It's a beautiful day though outside. 21 degrees Celsius, whatever that's in Fahrenheit. Said we were 5,000 kilogram, basically give or take a few hundred kilogram, under our maximum legal weight. So our gross legal weight is 63.5 or 63,500 kilogram. So we are at about 58,500 kilogram, give or take. So about 58,000, 59,000 kilogram right now. Which is on the lighter side for us. Not as light as this last run, but normally we have more, we get closer to our max weight. Told them there's room for more, but apparently this is the order is for this, so I guess we'll haul this. If we got another 5,000 kilogram on there, I don't mind. It's my job to haul as much as possible. A couple of lumber mills that we go to, like Klesnikoff, north of Castlegar, for example, the forklift driver is always so happy to hear when I say, hey, I got another room for this many PSI on the back or on the bridge, or if you move this over here, you can put another 10-foot bundle over here. Because that's extra money they make. The more weight they can get on us, the less money they have to spend in transportation. Now, personally for me, the less weight is on that trailer, the more money I make. Because I can drive faster, deliver earlier. Because I get paid by the mile. So there are truck drivers that try to rip companies off by going, hey, I'm max out weight, max weight. My PSIs they're too heavy. It's like, you're pulling my leg. The experienced forklift drivers, they know. I know a couple places where we had a new forklift driver. I've gone, that's all you're loading on him? He goes, he says he's max. I'm like, what are his gauges reading? It's like, yeah, he's lying to you. There's no way he's maxed out. Most of the time they're Flatlander drivers that don't want a heavy load over Kootenai Pass. And even Sutka, the company I drive for, makes more money the more I have on my load, depending on what the deal is, how the contract is, how the load works. I know with Klesnikov, for example, Sutco gets paid per how many feet of lumber are on the back. So the more bundles I get on, the more the company gets paid. There are other places that we get paid by a full load, and a full load, the customer has said a full load is 30 pallets. If I can't fit all 30 pallets on and I only got 58 pallets on, they will deduct how much they pay to Sutco. So I'm now costing the company money, or preventing the company from earning as much money as we could. And then we have to end up sending another truck to finish that order. And sometimes it's a little partial truck that has to go, which is expensive. We'd rather have full loads. So I figure it's my job as a truck driver to at least inform them, hey, I can add a load more if you want more going to this customer. And if they say no, we're all good, that's the order, like this one, I'm happy with that too. I'm not going to argue. I'm just going to inform them that we have the space, and then boogie after that. So 58,000 kilograms instead of 63,000. That'll make it a little bit quicker over the mountains. It makes a difference. Not if we catch up to tourists in their RVs when we hit the 2-lane roads. There's lots of 2-lane roads here on the Trans-Canada through the mountains. And it doesn't have to be RVs either. There's some tourists that drive under speed limit, way under speed limit around corners, just because they've never driven in mountains before. And that can get frustrating. I mean, I get they're driving within their means. It'd still be frustrating, but it'd be better for them to drive slow than be upside down in the ditch. So I won't complain about it too much. Maybe. Trying hard not to adjust my steering wheel. If I adjust the steering wheel, I adjust the camera. Oh, forward flashers. I'm slow again. Gotta remember that. When I'm slow, four-way flashers. Should have put them on a long time ago already. Too busy talking. I know. Shut up. Why are you yawning? I slept pretty good. I think I woke up once when the rig next to us pulled away. Fell right asleep again. We're just headed to Kamloops. Another easy short day. Should get to Kamloops between 4 and 5 p.m. Too late to get unloaded. Rest area. The one on the right hand side here, not super bee friendly. Would not pull a big rig into that one. The one just ahead on the left hand side will, well, that one is. We pull into that one regularly when we're headed the other direction. Excuse me. It's a chair clicking. Lots of passing lanes here on Highway 1. No need to do a dangerous pass up here. Wait for a passing lane and then pass. Although the lines definitely confuse tourists. They're like, where do we drive? There's no lines here. So every now and then somebody can stay behind you and they could pass you. I'm seeing a lot of Alberta plates coming by today. That windshield again. Time of year where you make sure you fill up the washer fluid at least once a day. Top it off. There's a car with the four-way flashers on the road. What's going on there? Not sure. Wearing a safety vest, so it might be construction guy or something. Looks like they're clearing out trees on the side of the road. Hopefully that means this is going to get four-laned here. Yeah, just little sections here and there. They've kind of cleared it, widen the side of the. Got an 80-kilometer corner. Always try to get to the 80 before you get into the turn. The downshifting there, I hit the L button, which then selects the lowest gear available. The automatic transmission goes, the lowest gear I can safely go into, I'll go into that gear. It's a fast way to downshift when you need to slow down. I usually get it to go in the lowest gear and then I hit the drive again. Because sometimes it doesn't give you enough time to downshift or it downshifts too fast to the lower gear and doesn't give you a good chance to use your Jake brakes properly. nice flat area here, you can just cruise. To make a left-hand turn and go through those mountains. Now, yesterday going through them was pretty spectacular with no clouds at all. Today we got more clouds, so might not be as spectacular. We're still gonna have to go through those snow sheds, which is gonna be a scary tight fit. It would be kind of nice if we were stuck behind a wide load for those. Because then they have to close the oncoming lane. Another thing with the automatic, you can just leave cruise control on. It does all the work for you. You don't have to worry about throttle control. You do have to be careful with it though. Because if you get slow enough, cruise control will cut out. It cuts out between 40 and 50 kilometers. So anytime we get near 50 kilometers, I put my foot on the throttle, just in case it cuts out. Seeing a lot more RVs this week. Alright, hit the L button. And then the manual button to keep it in that gear. Steeper hills, you can still use cruise control, but manually hold the gear in whatever gear you're using for the smaller steep hills. D button again. Yeah, in manual mode you have full control of what gear you're in. This truck has shifting buttons down in the console, and also on the steering wheel I can there's 3 buttons: shift up, shift down, and then the center button is drive or manual. So I don't have to take my hands off the steering wheel to shift. Here I'll hit the L button. That I do have to take my hands off. Starting to rain. Thunderstorm in Kamloops right now? Chance of one tonight? Going a bit fast here. Use a little brake. Just like 5 psi. Go on 90 kilometers. Entering Glacier National Park. Not the same Glacier National Park as in the US of A. Lots of cars coming out here. Once again, I'm going too fast. Get some brake in there. Maybe we'll have to get a lower gear. The hill is that steep. I don't drive this highway very often, so I don't know always what gear to be in. Well, I'm glad I got the lower gear. It looks like it's getting steeper here. Takes a couple of horsepower. Back in automatic mode. Getting chillier out here. What does it say? 18? I don't know. It's funny, you can actually feel the difference. All of a sudden it's like getting chilly in the truck. I gotta turn the temperature a little bit closer to the warmer side. Just one notch. Click it back and forth. When you're driving through the mountains, you're always adjusting temperatures. It'd be nice to have the automatic climate control. Excuse me. Look like some power line poles there. Tarp load. Glad I didn't have to tarp this one. Caterpillar on the side of the road. This is a mudslide area here. Doesn't look like they have had much issues here this year. But the construction up ahead, it looks like they're kind of using this as a base. they might be four laning this part. Who knows? Well, this patch, this has been a wide section for a long time, but it would be cool if they four lane this. It would be very cool. Because they are working on four laning this whole highway, just little sections here and there. You know, there's a chance if we get to the top of the mountain that it might be snowing up there. There's a chance of that. Yeah, they're dumping gravel here too on the side of the road, so yeah, there's a good chance up there. Four laning. Would the other lane, would they build it up to the same height, or would the other lane be down there? That's my question. Saskatchewan. When we were in Radium and I was taking pictures of the Bighorn Mountain Jeep, Saskatchewan car pulled over. Excuse me, what's going on with my throat? And they jumped out and wanted to take photos. So I just warned them about how far away they should stay from them. They're very tame, and make sure if you hear any kind of noises coming from them, you're getting too close. They stayed a lot further away from them than I did, so. Yellow flowers in the ditch. I didn't get it quite down to 70 for that corner. Try to get close. At some point, you don't want to be watching your gauge the whole time either, so get it close and then drive according to feel. Sometimes you'll be too fast, sometimes you'll be too slow. Or get it close and then focus on driving and not keep looking at the gauge. Beaver Village, Bald Mountain. Huh?
Is it village?
Valley? Oh. My brain read village. Beaver Valley, okay. Beaver Valley it is. This four lane, is there a passing lane after this? There is, okay. I'll start signaling so no one's tempted to pass us on this side. Oh, I smell brakes. Someone came down this mountain with hot brakes. Someone came down too fast. Oh, it's a strong smell of brakes. Another Saskatchewan. And Alberta, I swear there's more Saskatchewan and Alberta on this road than British Columbia. 5-axle. They make less money than I do per mile, but they drive much quicker than I do. So the companies I've talked to, the drivers I've talked to, they pretty much make the same amount of money I do. So evens out. So we're in 11th gear now, which would be 5th gear direct in a manual transmission. I figure I'll translate it for people that are not familiar with automatics. If you guys are a manual transmission driver, what do you think about the RPMs, where the automatic shifts? Would you shift a little later? Will let the RPMs come down lower before downshifting, or would you shift earlier? Personally, for me, I always feel like the automatic downshifts a little bit on the early side. But I'm sure the engineers have spec'd it out and know where it should shift for best fuel economy, best power, most efficient shifting. You can adjust that. It's all software. So if you buy an automatic and you would like to change when it shifts, that's interesting. That front trailer has 2 axles and the rear trailer has 3 axles. It's like a Super B, but reversed axles. I don't know what you would call that. Still a B train. Yeah, you can program it to shift at higher or lower RPM. Your idle time, you can change it so it shuts off after 5 minutes or however many minutes. It's all programmable. Bobtailing up over the pass. So we're in 10th gear now. Cruise control is off. So I'd be 4th gear over. If I was max still load, I'd probably be in 9th gear now. Doing pretty good, pretty good. Some serious rocks falling over there. Rogers past the Continental Divide? Feels like it would be, but I don't know for sure. Yeah, is Golden east or west of the Continental Divide?
I feel like you just need an Alexa.
I need Alexa in here. Hey, Alexa. More Alberta plates. Tunnel ahead. Not really a tunnel, it's just a snow shed. People from all over the world in high alpine countries come and visit this highway to see how we keep this highway open all winter long, with short closures here and there, but and a large part of it is these snow sheds. Wherever there is a frequent avalanche risk, they've built these snow sheds so the avalanches just go right over the top of them. Wasn't there construction here? Or was it a couple of bridges or a couple of...
They're washing it.
They were washing these down here, right. So maybe we don't have to do the squish 2-lane stuff? Well, that'd be nice. We'll see.
Washing this one though, so people.
Because yesterday some of these tunnels we had to be side by side with oncoming traffic, but
They didn't wash this side.
they've only washed the other side. Yeah, this side's not washed yet. Maybe they've washed them all on that side, gone back up the hill, and now they're going to wash these. This side. Sure, a lot of water running down. But it is crazy. You can get 2 lanes of traffic on this. It was awfully tight, but we made it happen. It's so close on the mirrors, though, passing another rig. So close. Let's hope that the guy behind me is not suicidal and passes here. I've had that happen before. He's looking, and he's decided not to. The car behind him is looking now. It's like, nope, don't do it. Lots of snow on the side. Oh, here he goes. goes. There's enough room to be suicidal. Pass. Alberta. Here comes the VW. That's a British Columbian. You wonder why there's so many accidents up here. Are those snowflakes? Here's an actual passing lane. You can do it safely here. How many of them take it? That car really wanted to, but decided not to. Anything is possible. Bikers are over here now. We've made some good progress, especially climbing this. So that was just one of the support vehicles. So
There's like 3 or 4.
and there was like three big support vehicles and some small ones, and then a group of bikers. So they're fundraising money for. I thought you looked it up.
I did.
You just don't remember? They're doing a fundraiser for something anyway. Definitely, those looks light. Those raindrops look very light. They almost look like they're floating. Building a passing lane here. Not wide enough for a 4-lane. You'd think if they're spending that much money into it, they might as well make it 4-lane right away.
I was just saying that because
There's Alberta again, pretty aggressive. Well, those red and blue bears like to hang out at the top here sometimes, so those aggressive drivers may pick up a souvenir. Does this say another lane? That says turn only. Do you have to merge on? He is merging back. Okay. If there is a lane, I want to let the people behind me pass, but if there's not a lane, yeah, just a merge. Can't remember. There we go. That's the top of Rogers Pass. "50 minutes from the scale to the summit." Not bad, not bad. You can't see where the mountains end over there. They just go straight into the clouds. It's like the line is kind of gone in those mountains. It seems very bright. Very, very bright. Here's a summit of Rogers Pass. A little pull out here. Nice little pull out to pull out. And Got some cool plaques there you can read. Very interesting stuff. It's closed right now. Should be opening soon. Rogers Pass, altitude 1,330 meters. There we go. Just got a manual and start some downshifting. Because we're going down. And then at the bottom there's a 50, so you have to keep that in mind. So thank you guys for watching. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed. Ask questions. Lots of comments. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a rockin' fun day. Oh, there's the bikes. What's going on? Yeah, the hand is digging by hand, so it looks like some of them have turned around, taking breathers, stretching. Guys, have a good day.